All right. Well, speaking of vomit, today's episode, the lore for today's episode is going to be on the gun runners. Now, I don't know how much you already know about the gun runners, but they are fucking awesome.
The gun runners are awesome.
They are like, if the gun runners and the followers could somehow meet up and like work a deal. I guess it would be kind of cool. Counterintuitive, because it'd be like, we're trying to help people, and then you're selling weapons to kill people. But if they could just make the money for the followers, like, because the followers need more money, more help. They are weapon merchants operating out of the fortress in the Boneyard. The fortress is a reinforced weapon facility surrounded by a moat of toxic waste, and it houses much of their machinery. By 2281, they have branches in the Mojave, they have the one near the Strip, and they supply the finest hardware. And they're very selective, but they do sell directly to the NCR. By 2131, they're established as a small-time gang in the hub, later moved south to the Boneyard, and settled in a factory in northern LA. They committed routine gang activities, and they also started taking...
Oh yes, routine gang activities?
What do you think a routine gang activity is?
Probably, like, stealing and, smuggling and murdering and roughhousing.
Roughhousing. A little bit of horseplay, maybe?
Yeah, definitely some horseplay.
Tomfoolery?
Some buffoonery.
Buffoonery.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What industry do you think hit COVID, or has COVID hit the hardest?
Sex work.
Oh my god, I was thinking the same thing. I was going to play it off as a joke. I can't believe you fucking said that.
Sex workers are probably having a really hard time right now.
How are you going to throw dollars at strippers from fucking 6 feet away? You got to ball them up and throw them at them like spitballs. Like, I can't believe you said that. Dude, how are you going to fucking hire a prostitute when you got to stay 6 feet apart?
Girl, I don't know.
Fucking... How's the stripper supposed to spit in my mouth if we gotta wear masks? You know what I'm saying? Like...
Just, like, spits it through a hose of, like, straws that you put together.
I can't believe you fucking said that. I can't believe you said that.
Why?
Because I really thought you were gonna be like, oh, restaurants.
Nah.
Wow.
They can make do.
They
really don't deal with bodily fluids. Or at least they shouldn't.
I just picture like a hooker with like a face shield on, getting a money shot, like
onto the face shield.
Yeah, onto the face shield.
That has to be on the internet already. COVID doctor porn.
Oh, there has to be. Can you look it up? Can you, Jamie, look it up?
Jamie? Yeah, Jamie can look it up.
No, you have to play the role of Jamie.
Oh, I don't know who that Jamie is.
It's from Joe Rogan's podcast. He has this kid who like just hangs out and like Google shit when he talks about it.
Okay.
So you got to play Jamie. Look it up. Look up COVID porn.
I don't want to do this.
Just you have incognitus. All right, so they start doing routine gang activity, and they also start taking guns from those that they have killed and start selling them back to their contacts in the hub. They made so much money on gun trading, they gave up the gang life to focus on trade. They decided to no longer...
Hold up. Jamie's returned.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
No. This headline is ridiculous. Posted in the Rolling Stones. No MILFs, no squirting, no gangbangs. How the porn industry is changing during COVID-19.
So no MILFs.
No MILFs, no squirting, and no gangbangs.
I don't want to be that guy, but you know most, like, porn MILFs are probably single moms and need that income.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, hey, what you gonna do? Alright, so they made so much money off gun trade, they gave up the gang life to focus on the trade. They decided to no longer import weapons and start using the factory to produce the weapons. They had an abundant supply of scrap metal in the fortress / the factory they worked in, and quickly became gunsmiths. They had the ability to produce military-grade weapons and ammo with pre-war schematics. By 2151, the independent metal resources had completely run out, starting to import from... Now, I don't know how to say this. Jamie, can you look this up? It's Adytum. Anthem? Abdium?
Sounds like you said something backwards.
Yelzen?
What is it?
Adytum. I remember hearing it on Google Translate because I didn't know how to pronounce it. It's a Greek word that means some sort of a town or something.
Adidum?
Adidum? Yeah, it's a small settlement south of the Boneyard. By 2155, they adopted the name the Gunrunners and formally established their business. By 2158, they had a stable situation until the regulators started to rule Adidum. Now, this is not the Fallout 3 regulators. This is a police force, a vicious police force. So a police force.
Vicious.
The regulators took advantage of the Gunrunners' reliance on the metal imports from the fortress and squeezed the Gunrunners. They would buy the weapons at rock-bottom prices and then pocket the extra value on reselling them. So they would buy it from the Gunrunners for dirt cheap, and then Adidum would then fucking resell it back to people.
Smart. Not necessarily ethical, but smart.
The Gunrunners needed a new supply of metals, but the Deathclaws taking residence in the Boneyard made it near impossible to find new supplies or move shop. At this time, the impromptu leader named of Gabriel realized that this was a problem, leaving Zach, their master merchant and what's the word I'm looking for? Like artisan, I guess? The docent, if you will.
Yeah.
Like the guy who would build, like the dude who's on top of...
gunsmith, yeah.
The dude who's on top of that. He kind of had nothing to do because they didn't have materials and they couldn't really ship anything out. The NCR... they survived all their problems with Adidum and the Deathclaws. They rose to prominence as the primary supplier of heavy quality weapons and ammo in New California. The Gunrunners and Crimson Caravan became two of the oldest, most influential merchant houses in the NCR. With the creation of the NCR Army, they needed ammo and weapons. The Gunrunners became what is commonly called an unofficial branch of the Army, supplying them with whatever they needed. By 2281, from the Boneyard to New Vegas, they dominated the weapons market. The New California Republic Army made up to 90% in regions such as New Vegas and Hoover Dam, meaning they were buying 90% of their weapons. So they became...
That's crazy.
Yeah,
they became symbiotic.
Yeah, and like I said before, almost like an unofficial branch of the military, because if they lost that 10% of customers, it wouldn't even hurt them. Like, it would hurt them, but they'd be like, fuck it, we still have steady income.
Yeah.
They are the envy of most, if not all, competing businesses. The Gunrunners hold too much influence over Crimson Caravan or the Van Graffs to do anything about it. The organization setup is decentralized, loosely organized, mechanists, and weaponsmiths. The prime goal is...
The mechanist! I'm sorry.
Are you?
No.
We let you out of the basement for a fucking hour to record. The prime goal is to make the finest high-grade weapons and ammo. Over a century of growth. They have over 150 years of being in business. Over a century of growth.
Wasteland, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, think about it. Who's going to be in business the longest? The people that are healing, the people that are killing? Because you can't have one without the other. And prostitution, but no MILFs. Over a century.
No MILFs, no squirting, and no gangbangs.
What if we just get all of that together? Like, let's just put the three together and make it, like, the most taboo COVID.
Well, then you have a COVID party and infect all your friends and then you all die.
Yeah. But at least we all came together.
It's your funeral.
Wow, really? You didn't pick up on that one?
No, I came up. I picked up on that one. I just like to delightfully ignore it.
Okay. Well, over a century of growth and expansion resulted in numerous additional centers of manufacturing in New California. The way their caravans were set up, it was one of two Brahmin loaded with weapons and a large escort of well-armed guards. If a guard is killed, the weapon cases are rigged to explode if someone without proper clearance is to access to the case.
That's pretty high tech.
That's what?
That's pretty high tech.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the shit, dude. I'm telling you.
They are the shit.
They rely on local factories with short delivery routes allowed the gun runners to monopolize the weapon market. All weapons are made on site using military schematics for quality, delivered to nearby clients in bulk or individually. Within the Mojave, they have a local factory near the Strip. They're a cultural element of the NCR's logistic chain and can respond to change at a demand's notice as soon as Isaac, the leader, gets the orders. So the way Isaac works is in his leadership, and there's no strict hierarchy. They rely on they're pretty much experts in their field. And they rely on a kind of flat organization. Kind of, it's just like, you do this, and you do that, and you shut the fuck up. There's guns...
Everyone does their part, and you'll be paid.
Yeah, there's gunsmiths, guards, supply managers, and they all come together to benefit the company without the boss implying his will. So the guy's kind of in charge, and he says, do this, do that, but he's not like, we need to make sure this happens, and that happens, and this happens, and this. He's just kind of like...
hands off. Like, yeah, do it. Make me money.
I know you're good at what you do. Do what you gotta do, and then just fucking make the money we gotta make and get on with your day. They are the fucking coolest.
They are the fucking coolest. I remember all their weapons being the coolest.
That's all the notes I have. Yeah, they're a group that I wish there was a little more in-game for them.
Especially in New Vegas. I feel like they really missed an opportunity.
Yeah, I could understand maybe like with the NCR just kind of like setting up at Hoover Dam and whatnot. Because I think the Battle of Hoover Dam was 4 years prior from when the game starts. So let's just say that they only really took residence and started really, really buying at Hoover Dam and the Strip around 4 years ago, maybe 5, that they were just starting to pop off. But I want to know more about them. They're kind of cut and dry, but at the same time, they have a ton of lore. You know what I mean? Like they have like a ton of knowledge and shit, and they have a history.
They were paid that. In the early games, I would assume. Like, that's where they got their basis of, like, lore, right?
Mostly, yeah. There's the Gunrunners Arsenal DLC.
That's for New Vegas. But the Gunrunners themselves, don't they appear in the first 2 games?
Yeah, no, they appear in the first one. They don't appear in the second one. There's also I'm on the wiki just because I want to see if I forgot anything. They have a little notable mention for Vendertron, the dude who's in the shipping container, and he's like, "You can't get me out of here. You can't kill me." Which again, like another one of those like, "Oh, who the fuck would have thought of that other than a bunch of geniuses with guns?"
Yeah.
Like. So, alright, I fucking skipped a page and it was blank. My bad. This is the best profession in the waste, and they would do nothing to go against the structure of the way the boss is set up, the way the factory is set up, the way the I guess the politics of it are set up.
It seems like it would be a very like politically active zone because guns are going to be so important for maintaining power in the wasteland.
It seems,
especially with like the NCR, like they need their guns.
It seems very politically active and at the same time very politically neutral because there's
everybody needs them.
Yeah, and at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if Caesar was trying to buy guns from them too. You know what I mean?
Did they? I didn't think they used guns. I thought they only used melee weapons.
Some of the higher-ranking legionaries use guns. But it's only some of them. You have to be, like, it's normally machetes or spears, but if you're a high-ranking official, when they send you out, because they know the NCR is going to use guns, they give them guns. Despite all of this, they still have a great deal of political influence. They use lobbyists to ensure that any measure that would impact their business does not leave the Senate, especially if they're putting a tariff on competition. They use lethal force to defend their factories and get rid of industrial espionage. Or I have here, fuck up competitors that have slighted them. Anything from assassinations to using the influence to deny them to various different markets.
I'm not gonna lie. We love that. All of us love that.
Who is we? Who is all of us? You gotta stop talking for other people.
So over 150 years of accumulated machining and manufacturing weapons and ammo experience, making them one of the most capable organizations in the waste. They can not only make weapons in bulk to fully supply the NCR, but also take old, battered, and abused weapons and restore them to fully functional condition. Even though they use old blueprints of weapons from the pre-war military, they also study and reverse engineer new weapons. Due to every caravan being wiped out, they refuse to work with energy weapons. They believe a rogue Brotherhood of Steel unit takes them out, and they would rather take the hit of the loss from the business that they lose to the Van Graffs. So the
Van Graffs must be stupidly rich because of that.
Yeah, I don't remember what year the Van Graffs started. But they must have
I know the year they ended. The year that I started playing the game.
You really don't like the Van Graffs?
I fucking hate the Van Graffs. I murder those bitches every time.
The Van Graffs. Oh, why? Because your little fucking whiskey girl's, not too cool with them?
No, I just think they're assholes and I want all their stuff for free. So I steal it all. And then I kill them all.
I like them. I'd like to see how big they can really get.
Nah. Fuck the Van Graffs.
So, just a little behind the scenes for you on the...
Also, my little whiskey girl doesn't like them.
Did I show you that meme of the Doomer guy? And he's like, hey, you like the whiskey? She's like, yeah, for sure. And then it's just like Heartache's brother. If I can find that, I'll put it on screen. So behind the scenes on the Ten of Hearts on the Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition, it's the gun runners, and it's like a gun press, like an ammo press or something, like a vice grip thingy. And it says, "It's amazing what passes for a firearm around here. You're better off throwing rocks."
Dang.
Super cool. Super cool group of people.
They're super cool.
Yeah, they're like the not evil. They're like the violent version of the followers, and I really like them. I
think that they're cool. They have the coolest shit, especially in the New Vegas DLC. Mm-hmm. Like, all their weapons are awesome.
Yeah, they have
They just said, "Hey, intern, you like Fallout? Make us some crazy fucking weapons, and we're gonna make a DLC out of it."
Yeah, yeah. I bought the chainsaw from them on my last run. I think I bought the katana. They
have the better anti-material rifle. I remember.
Do they?
That shit. It's like the most powerful sniper.
Really? I remember just the thing in general, but I don't remember. I don't remember them having a better one.
You got a little special one.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit.
It is some good shit.
That's the best shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What makes it the best shit?
I just like them. They just make me smile.
I just like them.
They just make me happy. You know what I'm saying?
I just think they're neat. Like Marge Simpson.
Yeah.
Gunrunner's Arsenal. I just think they're neat.
That's everything on Gunrunners.
Cool.